Well, I've tried. Believe me, I have tried. I have tried every which way, shape, or form to answer all y'all questions and emails. For those who don't know, my email list from the boxing website is far greater than the YouTube's. In YouTube, I'm at my maximum. My website, I'm over 2,000. Let me get the exact number. Let me go and see exactly how much mail I have whenever it decides to load up. 2,870. Let me make sure that's all for this. Okay. That's mixed in with some other mail. But that mail can't be more than 100. Everything else is about Mayweather and Pacquiao or boxing in general. Yep. 2,000. So let's say 2,700. So from that point alone, last night I went through about 1,000. I was sitting here reading y'all emails. A lot of it is the same thing, but I'm going to touch on it anyway. A lot of your emails and comments. Well, mainly, what did I think about Skip Bayless? And I don't watch Skip Bayless' show. I don't watch First Take. I see what y'all put on Facebook about First Take, and that's it. If it's a clip or Sean tells me, man, you see what they said, Stephen A said, other than that, I do not watch that show. For people who are boxing fans who watch that show, you shouldn't. Nothing about that show does anything for the sport of boxing. All it is a promotion, and they play off the ignorance of the casual boxing fans who just like to see them go back and forth. They tried to do this with Chris Broussard, but basketball is more his thing. He knows very little about boxing. So for them to keep pushing this boxing envelope, and it's not going to pan out. And then HBO does a deal with ESPN to promote boxing. So ESPN and HBO signed a deal to work together. That is a conflict of interest when you have a Showtime fighter who is the opposition in Floyd Mayweather. So of course he's not going to get a fair shake. How could he? But these are the things that are done in business that you guys know nothing about. That's why you see Larry Merchant on there and they keep talking about Mayweather and Pacquiao. Because it's the only fight they really talk about. Now I'm quite sure they'll talk about Canelo and Kirkland because it's an HBO fight. But for that show, First Take, it was designed around the fact that Stephen A. Smith will talk about Mayweather and Skip Bayless is going to back Pacquiao. And they go back and forth to get you all revved up about the fight. And he's saying this, knowing Skip Bayless knows nothing about the sport of boxing, can care less about it. It's just funny because you guys eat it all up. When both guys, Stephen A. Smith, at least he attends the fights, he actually likes boxing. He knows very little about the technical skills of what goes on in the ring, but he watches and follows the sport of boxing. So he's more better to talk about it than anybody else that's sitting up there. Now, with that being said apart, of course, people are saying, what do you think about his thing about the shoulder? As you can see from the photos, Nothing was wrong with Manny Pacquiao's shoulder. Hell, I got a tear in my shoulder. I can still do anything I want to do. And I've had the tear for years. Everybody's got torn something or a torn ligament and all this stuff in your arm. Manny Pacquiao didn't have no problem using his right hand in the fight. As I've shown you already. He used his right hand. He just wasn't landing it. He can get 3 arms put on. You can get a 3rd arm attached to Manny Pacquiao while he out there having surgeries, unnecessary surgeries. Tell him, go get his unnecessary surgery. Have them repair his arm so he can be all healthy. Floyd said, I'll give him a rematch when he's healthy next year. Oh, see, I didn't expect that because, see, that's not the plan. This whole thing is just so people will have an excuse so that you would see Manny Pacquiao again, which they really didn't have to do that because the outcome wasn't an event to where Manny was going to lose a lot of attention. He's losing a lot of stuff with all of this. My arm is I couldn't move my arm. It was in so much pain. And you weren't in no pain. After the fight, you was raising your arm up in the air with no problems. It's all lies. And now you get to see it live. Everything I've been telling you about Manny Pacquiao for 6 years, he is a liar. The biggest liar. He's supported by a lying engine. That all these people you see in the Philippines, how they write these terrible stories, that's all lies to control the minds of their people. They lie way more than we do here. I mean, their lies don't even make sense. Anybody with common sense would watch Filipino news. You know, all this stuff used to work back before the internet was prominent. Now you have your choice of media. You get to see it all. So you get to see the kind of garbage they're feeding them over in the Philippines. You're like, oh my God, they telling you this? Mayweather was targeting his arm with his punches because he knew Manny Pacquiao was injured. And now you see why you see some of these idiots that come to YouTube and start saying these things because they saw it on TV. And they started going in there, well, Mayweather was targeting his arm. There's a spy in the camp, and the spy was sending out Morse code to the Mayweather camp, everything Manny was doing. Oh my God, it's just, man, it's pitiful. It's so pitiful. And it don't make us upset. We won. No matter how you cut it, you can cut, dry it, the Cambodian guy, whatever y'all talking about, the Cambodian dude who don't want to pay, whatever, that just shows what kind of character he is. Because Manny Pacquiao, first, he won the fight. Now we gotta come up with an excuse for him winning the fight? So, I don't get it. Y'all said he won. And now we gotta come up with an excuse for his arm because we think he won. If you thought you won, shouldn't that be your argument alone? Why the shoulder need to come in play? I mean, I'm used to it. Y'all just catching up to it because now it's the big scale of the fight. But I've been telling y'all, and I want to say I did get a lot of your emails from the fans from the Philippines who said, Karceno, please don't think it's all us in the Philippines. I'm from the Philippines. And I know what you're talking about. And yes, I agree, it is BS. I want to say thank you to y'all. I did receive a lot of y'all emails too. And you're right. It's not all of you. You guys are able to decipher it. But I'm saying due to the internet and the masses and what they're feeding y'all, that they leave y'all blinded. And we understand now how you guys are misled when it comes to the sport. Because they do nothing but feed you guys lies. Consistently. Just feeding you lies. Manny Pacquiao cannot beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a boxing match. Everything about what you saw in that fight told you that. You saw it. So there shouldn't be no questions. There shouldn't be any basically any doubt on what the fight would look like. You can tell and decipher everything just from watching that fight. Floyd Mayweather can control the distance on Manny Pacquiao all night long. He can stop his momentum anytime he feels like it. So, what was there even to argue about that? And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, let me take you all the way back to his first loss in a long time. That's when he lost to Eric Morales. The first loss to Eric Morales. What did he do? Oh, if I had my gloves and they wouldn't let me fight with my gloves, the promoter, if I had my gloves, I think I'd get the knockout. Oh, my eye, I could not see past the third round. My eye, oh, my eye messed up. No, I can't see, I'm blind. Then he goes home to the Philippines. Oh, they take my blood and I feel so weak, and that's why I can't perform because they take the blood. So there's too much blood. So, we've seen this before. I know I have. And I've been telling you then, he does nothing but make excuses. He gets knocked out by Marquez. Well, I didn't train, I didn't take Marquez serious. No, I was not focused the way I should be, and I get focused, and I come back, I didn't train the way I should, and and my focus and my focus. Then the media takes over. Marquez stepped on his foot. A strategy that they knew they looked at. Marquez worked on a new strategy, and that was step on Pacquiao's foot before you throw a punch. That way, Manny would be off balance and couldn't move. So if he gets hit with a punch and Marquez is stepping on his foot, that's what they've been working on. And he's got Heredia, who's a steroid guy. And he put Marquez on steroids. And now Marquez is the steroid user. So as you can see, all of these things came to the forefront when it came into the fight. Nobody goes into a fight 100%. Fighters will say, I'm 100% ready to go. But they didn't have shoulder injuries. They didn't have back injuries. Knee, 100%. But they do it. But they don't cry about it when the fight's over. And all of this, Manny Pacquiao's in his medical record. All of this stuff with Manny's medical record. And he didn't put down on there that his shoulder injury and all that stuff. And they said, oh, well, Manny's team filled that out. Manny didn't fill it out. Manny signed it. He signed it. That's his signature on it. So if he didn't read what he signed, guess what? He's just stupid. So it's either one or the other. Is he stupid or he knew, or he did it himself? So which one is it? See, you can't have it your own way. It's one or the other. Well, Manny was stupid for letting them do that for him. So Manny's stupid. So that's what we know. Manny Pacquiao's a very dumb human being who will fork over his $80 million. Well, right now, I know he ain't got 80. He probably got 20. And he's probably down to 20 right now. Be down to 3 about time the year's out. So that's Manny Pacquiao. And what else should we talk about so we can kind of cap this? Because it's so far Wednesday that I don't think we need to even pursue it any further past today. You know, I just think that he's done. They should just leave it at that, and he can go out and fight his little one fight. Bob Arum wants him to fight Kell Brook. I would love to see that. I'll bet money on Kell Brook all day, because Kell is a little too strong for him, and there's no way. I can't see Bob Arum putting Manny Pacquiao back in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. No money alive will let you go through that again, deal with that again, be the B-side again. And this time it'll be even worse because he lost to Floyd. So, and then you already know what the outcome's going to be. I just don't see the significance of making that fight again. Nothing's going to change. So, that answers that question. Let me see if someone else had another question. Oh yeah, Karceno, what's going on with the gloves? So far, we just know that they were taken. That's all we can tell you about it. That's between the commissions. I tried to find out from the commission. I'll try to find out some more information about that today. And tonight, I'll let you guys know on the radio show, on Rope-A-Dope Radio, tonight. So if you go online, go to Blog Talk Radio and look for Rope-A-Dope Radio. Or you can go to @ropeadoperadio.com on Twitter. If you go there on Twitter, on Wednesday nights, the show kick off around 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And on the show tonight, if I have anything, I will definitely let you know on the show tonight. Because I will be calling the commissions. Right now, I called them twice, and they were in the middle of something, so, but you got to understand that Nevada time is 2-hour difference, and it's still early out there, so they're going through their daily whatever they got to do. So if I find out any answer today, you will definitely get info out of me. Other than that, it's your boy Karceno, and I am OUT. At least I thought I was OUT. Let me see. Should I read some more mail since we're here? Let's just do that. Cause that was a vast amount of mail I got. No, I don't think. No, I do not think that Floyd Mayweather should fight Kell Brook and unify the title. I mean, it would look pretty if he was to fight Kell Brook, because Kell Brook had the IBF and Floyd had all the other belts. To unify, yeah, that would have looked nice, but no, not at this point. At this point, like, it would have been cool to pass the torch that way than fighting Amir Khan. It's like I told you, Floyd it's different. He's not a fighter like that anymore. He's like, it's like calling Jay-Z a rapper. He's a celebrity now. You know, he don't even have to rap anymore. He just shows up places. He might drop a verse here and there. He's beyond what the sport is anymore. He's Floyd Mayweather, the celebrity. When he fights, it's an event fight. It's not like he's gonna be on Boxing After Dark. You know, his name carries. You know, it adds weight. They want him in attendance on some of the Showtime events because his name carries weight. People want to see what Floyd's gonna say, what Floyd's gonna do. So he's not like a champion boxer. Like, it would be great if he could do that fight. I mean, for a fan's perspective, it would be something nice to see. Oh, wow, he's going to unify all the belts. But in other words, it's really him holding all the belts. It's really like, for what? like he's got to make a mandatory defense. You know, really? It's Floyd Mayweather, dude. So he don't even need the belts, and that's why I was happy he relinquished them. There's a lot of young people, like young fighters out there that want a chance to be world champions and get to the position that he got to. You know, by winning world championships and other multiple divisions and moving up and fighting the number one contenders. Let's see them do that. I mean, I've seen people crown Margarito more than they crowned Floyd Mayweather. That was to me was more disgusting than anything I've ever seen in my life. This is a guy who fought basically nobody in the welterweight division. Only person he really fought was Curtis Cintron. Then he fought Joshua Kaladi. And Kaladi hurt his hand, but at least he fought him. And he got a win there. Then he fought Miguel Cotto. Those was his 3 fights. He didn't fight Baltimore. He didn't fight Corey Spinks. He didn't fight Zab Judah. Them were the top 3 fighters in the welterweight division. So when somebody tells me, like Gabe Montoya is telling me that Antonio Margarito was beating number one contender after number one contender, it was like, huh? Where did that come from? He was fighting Golden Johnson. A cab driver. I'm like, are you serious? And y'all, he's afraid. Floyd Mayweather's afraid of Antonio Margarito. So things happen for a reason. He wasn't supposed to fight him. The guy was cheating anyway. That vetoed your entire career. Oh, he only did that for the big fights. How do you know? How you know he didn't do it for every fight? He was at 154. He was getting knocked out. So he couldn't even make 54. That's why he had to go down to 47 and try to beat on some lighter weight guys. But the guy's too slow to do anything. Y'all was giving him all the praise over Floyd. And that was just ridiculous. But y'all always run to find a fighter y'all want to praise. Now the new thing is, oh, he's dissing, he afraid of Keith Thurman. That's the other email. He should fight one-time Thurman. One-time Thurman has fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero. That was his first big fight. I mean, Keith Thurman, I don't think has won a world title. I would love to see Keith Thurman get a shot. I would love to see Keith Thurman at a bout that generates the type of money that he should be getting. I would love to see him fight, but there's tons of young talent out there that he should be fighting. I think him and Kell Brooke would be a great fight. I think all of these fights are there to be made for them. But Floyd Mayweather just isn't it. A Khan fight with Floyd Mayweather, yeah, that makes sense. He's the only big name that's left in there that they can make a fight with. Somebody's going to say, well, Kell Brooke is bigger than the Amir Khan. Not really. Not here in the American public. In the American public, they know more of Amir Khan because they've been seeing his name thrown around everywhere. And they've seen him with Freddie Roach. They've seen him with this. So he has more of a United States appeal as well as a UK appeal. So the fight would make sense in that essence of making some more money and getting out of the game. So I would rather see Floyd fight one time and then retire, not come back and fight Manny Pacquiao again. For what? For what? We've done it. It's over. It's going to be the same result. You're not going to get any credit for it. So, for what? Pacquiao and them they don't even want that fight. They just want the controversy. To say, oh, I lost because of this. I lost because I was hurt. And they need the excuse. That's what they look for. That's why losers lose and winners win. Because you don't worry about stuff like that. It's your boy Karceno. I'm out. Don't forget tonight, Rope-A-Dope Radio. I'm going to be on there. Chris Carlson's going to be on the show tonight. We might have surprise guests. We might have Bob Arum back on the show. Remember, we had Bob Arum 2 weeks ago. So tonight, for sure, if I have any information about the gloves, it will be on Rope-A-Dope Radio. I'm not making a video about it. I'll tell you about it on the show. I'm out.